All right, hello everyone. Welcome to Erosion of Earth. Today we are going to study a little section of the globe today. What we're going to look at is we've got the island of Cuba right here. We've got the Yucatan Peninsula, southern Mexico, over into Belize. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to track a paleo ocean current, aka an old ocean current from a time long ago. And we're just going to flow like this, and it's going to flow right through here. Okay, it's going to do this. It's going to wrap around. So what we've got here are tectonic forces. Okay, so these seamounts, these lines right here, these are collision zones where the Caribbean plate interacted with the North American plate. Okay, so this one specifically is going to drive the ocean current to wrap in such a way, and it's going to flow just like that. Okay, so the collision zone is also what's responsible for Cuba being above water, right? So this right here, you see how it connects? So you got to understand the plate tectonics, because that's, the big picture. All right, that's why this extends out here. Okay. All right, so let's start with this puppy right here. So you can clearly see how water flowed through here. Right here, you've got a smaller channel, and right here, you've got a larger channel. And what's happening here is you've got channels wrapping around this like an intermediary. Okay, so the water flowed around this to preserve it. So that's why you get that really cool shape there. So basically what these are shallow cataracts, right? Cataracts, being the erosional feature of a waterfall, has a rounded edge just like this. This looks exactly like Frenchman Coulee, for example. And then this one here, this one's more pointed, and there's ravines at Potholes Coulee that look like this, where you've got suddenly emerging ravines. And what we're really looking at is the cross section of a channel, right? So if you can imagine how cross sections work, for example, with an X-ray or something, this water flowed through here, and we've got that bright perimeter from the ocean level, but the channel goes along this bank here. Okay, this is the bank of the channel. "25 kilometers. What's that in American? 16.1. Pretty big channel. Okay, so this is our first bit of evidence that we've got a pretty substantial ocean current longshore of Cuba. Then we keep going, we find this. What does that look like? It's another cataract, and it goes right into a marine canyon. How sweet is that? Don't get too good a footage, but right here you can really see the canyon. All right, and then check this out. Now this actually looks like it's flowing this way, right? Because this is streamlined this way. So we're seeing water current going this way. So let me actually orientate myself better here. One of my favorite features on the globe. I think it's a very obvious feature. It's kind of, reminds me of Sharks Cove or Sharks Bay in Australia. Two nice double channels emerging. Make that a triple. Okay. Let's zoom in here to see this. Got some river action flowing through here. And this right here scours, like this. Channel, channel, smaller channel. And then we've got, we can see the undulation of the current. That's what's going on with that. All right. And then you've got right in here, where the two channels connect, that's where you got to zoom in. And you've got to visit my favorite mound in the world. That guy right there. Beautiful, streamlined. Around smaller streamlined mounds. These are just, dirt of higher elevation. But what makes them special is that they're the remnants. All right, so all this dirt was uniform across here. When the ocean current came through, it washed it away. So remember how when we looked at this, the ocean current was showing a direction going. We've got an east current. This mound, my favorite mound in the world, shows an east current. And you can check out, this area too. It's got nice streamlined mounds. Water flowing into the other one. It's all great. But let's keep going. And I really like these really deep ravines. And some of these are called cenotes. There's different types of cenotes. These are the large, shallow ones. But I think they should be considered scours. But some cenotes are completely different than those. And then so we can see, we're going to keep going. Following it this way. Now we're in Belize at the River of Coral. This is the real River of Coral. Beautiful. I mean, they should put this in magazines. This is a spot right here. And so what makes it so beautiful is the fact that it's catastrophic, of course. All beautiful things, or all catastrophic things, they're usually pretty beautiful. You go hiking to a waterfall. If it's catastrophic, it'll be beautiful. Almost a mile wide channel right there. We're kind of seeing from this point right here, that being the tail of the intermediary, and this being the rounded front edge, we're actually getting a current now more west. Okay. So the current, you can't really trust the current. That's going to keep doing the same thing. We're talking about catastrophe. Catastrophe goes crazy, but now we got a west current, or actually that'd be an east current because it comes from the east. And you can see the channels here.